What is up, young kings? Ned Schaut here. I'm so stoked to be with you today and share something that has been so transformational for my life, and that is journaling. I've loved it so much that I actually created a journal for fathers, specific for fathers, and it has been a great tool for me. If you have journaled or spent any time journaling, please throw that in the chat right now. I would love to hear from you if you've made journaling part of your life. Now, let me start with a story. I'm 37 now. I am a husband, a father of 5, an author, podcast host, and just a man on a journey growing to be the best version of myself. So the fact that you are here doing the same, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna share a story. So when I was 18, I started journaling, and I have 19 years of journals, but I started because my father shared a story with me. When he turned 18, he bought a motorcycle, lived in Wisconsin, and he drove that motorcycle all the way down through the United States to Mexico. And he wrote down all of his adventures, and he shared those with my brother and I. So when I turned 18, I started journaling. When I went off to college, started my businesses, met the love of my life, started having kids. So now at the age of 37, I can go back and look at those adventures, and I can see the man that I was, and I can see the man that I've continued to grow into. So journaling has been a time machine for me. And I'll tell you, I had a significant moment where I really had an identity crisis in my life in 2015. And I was able to go through and read those and see my path, to read all these letters that I wrote myself. Because you see, when I journal, I'll journal about how I'm feeling, my emotions, where I'm headed, how something from the day before impacted me, how I liked my response, how I didn't like my response. So I was able to see myself grow through that. Now let me ask you, throw it in the chat. When you've journaled, if you have, what have you written about? Maybe just throw a word in that chat like my emotions, my feelings, my day, my adventures, a girl I liked, a conversation I had. What is it that you've journaled about? And there's so many things, it's really endless. But a journal can serve as a timeline for yourself, to go back and look at the man that you have become and to share. And if you look at a lot of the great leaders of our world, they all journaled. Now, here's the most powerful thing to me about the journal, is as men, a lot of times we're told, don't cry, don't show your emotions, don't feel sad, don't be lovey. And so sometimes you might feel that you're not able to show emotion, but a journal allows you to get those emotions out. Beautiful, fun emotions that maybe you're not ready to express to somebody, or frustration, or working through a situation where, sometimes if I'm in a fight with somebody, I'm frustrated with somebody, I will go write that down, and it allows me to get it out of my heart, my soul, my mind. And sometimes when I see it, I go, oh wow, this isn't as big of a deal as I thought. Have you ever been hurt by somebody where they just exploded on you? I'll throw that in the chat. I think we've all been hurt by people where somebody was abrupt and somebody was kind of out of order in the way they treated us. Here's what I think happens in a lot of those situations. There's a lot of angry people out there, is they allow their heart just to get so filled with so much emotion that at a certain point, pops. And I'll tell you, when I first got married, I didn't know how to deal with those emotions, and journaling helped me. There were moments where I would speak to my wife in a way that I wasn't proud of. There was times where I actually was so built up that I punched a wall. And how inappropriate as a leader that when I was in my early 20s, that was my response. My emotions were so big that they had to get out of me. So journaling served me that I could go in and write my emotions down. This is how I feel. This is why I'm frustrated. Have you ever used journaling for that? I'd love to see that in the chat. And if you haven't, I encourage you that if there's stuff inside you, to get that out. Now, when I think about journaling, there's really 3 areas that I think about. Writing down my past, writing down my story. Where have I been? What has my life been like? What have I liked? What have I not liked? And allow yourself to think through that. Present, who am I today? Where am I headed? Who do I want to be? Then future, where am I headed? What does 1 year look like? 5 years, 10 years? Go write your dreams down. That to me is the most fun part, because then your journal can serve as a compass for you. It's one thing to say, one day I want to be an author. But to say, I want to write a book by 2021, and I start to do the things to get there, I could use my journal to serve me, to go down and write, how am I doing? Where am I headed? Is it working? As you're thinking about journaling, What resonates? Throw that in the chat. Writing about your future, is that exciting to you? Writing about your present, who am I? Where am I headed? What do I feel like? What emotions am I experiencing? Or writing down your past, right? Just let me see what you think. Future, present, past. Think of journaling as a compass, as a guide. You are the captain of your ship, and let me tell you the other beautiful thing about journaling. Most of the answers that you seek are inside of you. You have what it takes. And if no one's told you that, I want you to hear it right now. You are choosing to participate in this. You are choosing to grow yourself, and life is growth. There's no destination. The destination is knowing that you're on a path, you're on a journey, and that you are going to grow. Now, I have mentors, I have coaches, I have people that I invite to speak into my life. But what I'm looking for isn't what to do, but I want to hear their experiences so that then I can take them in myself and decide where is Ned headed. So I encourage you, young kings. 1, I applaud you for being here. 2, thank you for letting me share a gift with you today of journaling and how impactful it's been for my life. And I encourage you to go get a journal, go get some paper, go write it down. If you're more of a phone guy or laptop guy, find a tool that works where you can start to express yourself and start to journal. I don't do it every day, but when I do go in and do it, it serves as a great opportunity for me to grow as a human, to write to myself, to express what's going on inside of me. Shoot me an email. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to be a part of your journey as you grow into the man that you are designed to be.